Oh, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's week is going well. Everyone's doing good. Everyone's week is going well. I don't know if all the audio levels are okay. It should be. I don't think I've changed anything. There we go. Is that what I need? I think that's what I need open. Let me just double check that. Yeah, live. Live chat. Oh god. Oh god, the yawns. One of those days. No, everyone's doing well. Been busy. Man, I think it's the US. The US seem to have the early Chaos Rising, which is insane. I'm sitting here like eagerly waiting for the confirmation that mine are coming this week. Tell you what, I got an invite today to a pre-order, and I was like, yeah, I'll grab it. I was there half an hour late. They put on the thing, yes, it will keep going until the Friday. I was like, okay, it's probably got a decent amount of stock. They were all sold out within like 20 minutes. It's insane. But yeah, it's interesting. This week has been interesting to say the least. No, that's not shiny. I count that one. Yes. I counted it. Oh god, the yawns. The yawns are kicking in. God, I need to just like sleep for like 15 hours, 20 hours, catch up on sleep. I really need to do that. The annoying thing is that I could get this sleep quite easily, but I just feel bad about shutting the dog out of the room. Oh, one of those days. No. Is today gonna be the day? I hope so, because man, I've been so patient with this Palkia. But I probably need to wait until I seem to have better luck off stream than I do on stream. I just hope. No, I'm going to say, I think I have it set up differently, but I don't think the color should be that much different versus the shiny. It should be fine. It should be absolutely fine. Okay. This is interesting for me because it's my favorite game of all time. New spider in Arc. I wonder if they'll make it more useful. Yeah, they've made it more useful. Oh, I hate it because I absolutely despise what it is, but my god, is it? Why do they have to make these things so freaking cool? They also keep adding friggin' mythical creatures into the game. And I'm just not a mega fan of them. Like, I get to a degree the revamp the old dinos that need it, but man, they go mad sometimes. Like, I do not need a flying rabbit that just like can jump in the sky and jump on nothing. It's stupid. I don't like it when they do that. I also want the official video so I can share it. Where is the official YouTube? Hey, hello. How are you doing? The week is going well. Thankful. So he's getting ahead of me. He's getting ahead of me. I don't like it when he does that. Oh, man. I'm so looking forward to playing more Forza. I'm a sucker for driving games. Driving games were kind of where I started gaming, and I've always been a sucker for them. Like, I absolutely love it. I think the last one I got really into was... I think it was Forza 4. It was the English one, because I think 5 was Mexico. I was like, meh. And then obviously now they've done 6 in Japan, and I'm like, ooh. And then I don't know. I was thinking of maybe getting back into Gran Turismo, but I also don't have a PlayStation, so I don't know how that would work. Game's really loud. See, that's the thing. Turn it back down. I'll turn it really down. I can't remember why I turned it up. There must have been something I turned it up for. It might have been... Might have been last... Oh, no, I don't know. I don't think... It could have been from Monday. Don't tell me I went too far in the other direction. Weird, because I haven't changed any of the audio levels. They're all exactly the same as they were for like the last stream. The only thing I did change was I increased like my audio volume. I'll do another couple of pegs. Because I tweaked the mic sensitivity. But that's like all I've done. Like I haven't done that much in terms of other stuff. I don't think. Let me mute the stream. I don't want to keep hearing myself because I'll eventually end up having a conversation with myself, and it won't end up well. But no, I hope your day's going well. I hope you're doing good. Good. I mean, I don't know why. I haven't touched anything. I do... Honestly, I can't remember. I don't think I changed anything. So it's weird that all the audio has gone kaput. I'm trying to think. I'd updated OBS, but that was before last stream anyway. It must have been on Monday. I must have just, like, unconsciously tweaked some bits. I can't remember if we had background music or not on Monday. But that's the only thing I can think of. Is that I didn't put background music on, so I turned up the game volume. And then... because I'd adjusted my mic, I don't think I'd adjusted my mic with the background music on. So then I just sounded quieter overall. At least that's all I can think of. But either way, now that you can all hear me, I hope everyone has had a good week. Everyone's week is going well. Everyone's doing good. Everyone is enjoying their week so far. I, for one, am. Primarily because I decided I will be leaving my role. I've just got to, like, do the work to get to the point where I can actively quit. And there's the potential I'm going to go into a very interesting and different role. Which there's an incredibly strange and very different. But I'm going to keep it close to the chest for now. Although, what's it that people say? If you speak it out into the world, it happens. Isn't it manifestation? I know there's something about people being like, yeah, you want to manifest it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, for some people that's worked. It hasn't worked for me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I've tried manifesting so much, it's just not worked for me. Well, that's the thing. That's the caveat. Hello, I haven't applied for it. I technically don't have the necessary driving license for it, so I need to do that first. However, the good news is we know a driving instructor who unfortunately doesn't have opening until probably the end of June. But luckily we know him, and my dad managed to catch him today, and he was like, yeah, this is the situation, and he was like, oh, so he only needs like a small amount of work. Like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know. That's all I need. I just need a little bit to get me over the edge of doing it. And I mean, so long as I, like, pass, I should be fine. My only concern... I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. I know when you pass your driving test, at least here in the UK, you can't use your provisional license because you've got a full license coming. I hope they don't like take away my automatic license and then I can't drive my car until I get the full license. I'd have to inquire about that with the instructor. Hey Cloud, I was going to message you regarding the shows, but I thought it'd be easier just to kind of mention it. Because like I could just give you the synopsis or stuff like that, but I'm like, oh, man, it's so long. I mean, to be fair, I say The Owner of the Dawn. I haven't watched that in probably 6 years, so my memory on it is a little bit off on it. I know they're doing a season 2 soon, which I'm very excited about. I think it's criminal it's taking them 12 years to do it, but I'm glad they're doing it. And Black Lagoon is just really cool. It's... I don't know how best to explain it. This is the problem. It is essentially a mob thing. But then Konosuba is like the complete opposite of those. It's a comedy, very... I would argue it's slapstick comedy, but I like it. But they're the only three that I've actively bought manga for as of now. I'm kind of on a pause. But yeah, it's like I was saying, my total list of shows that I've watched is actively over 800. I didn't realize it was quite that many. And I mean, it doesn't count the stuff that I'm currently watching, which I also just put on the list earlier today. And then I moved a couple of shows that I'd actively finished on there as well, so it's now up to 823. And if there's any more shows, there's a couple more shows airing this season that I haven't started watching yet that I will watch. Yeah, I go through a lot of anime. I was trying to do the math on it. I think next season I'm relatively calm. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, but I'm probably picking up a couple of shows. So it's probably going to be more like 6 or 7 in total. Maybe, it might get to 10. This season, however, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did only pick up 10 this season. No, 11, 12, 13. I pick up a lot of shows every season. The one thing I quite enjoy about anime is that, like, you're not stuck with it for, like 7 years. Like, my parents always complain. They're like, God, there's nothing on TV. And I'm like, I never have that problem. Like, I absolutely love the fact that it's like, oh yeah, by the way, there's new stuff coming out every 3 months. It's like, damn, that's nice. No, I started... Oh, goodness. I think I started in 2016. I think I've been watching it for like 10 years now. I mean, obviously, I say started. I was younger. I watched Pokemon. I watched, kind of the EU, US versions of those kind of shows. Ben 10, Power Rangers I was very big on, which is obviously based off the Japanese versions of the show anyway. So, it's kind of always been, to a degree, laced throughout my childhood. Also, one of my favorite game shows was Takeshi's Castle, which was absolutely hilarious, and it was a Japanese show that was dubbed into English. Yeah, I watched the hell out of that. But yeah, hopefully your walk will help. I know you said you've not been feeling too good today, so hopefully it helps with that. Hopefully you feel better soon, which is unfortunately all I can do. But no, it's the one thing I really enjoy about anime is that there is just a constant volume of it, and it pains me that there is no good way to support the creators outside of Japan. There is to a degree, but it's much more limited. You'll get, you can kind of do it. I buy mangas of the shows that I like. I'll buy figures of the shows that I like. That's kind of all you can really do. There's not like an insane amount you can do, because again, you can give the money to Crunchyroll, but all Crunchyroll does is buy the licenses for these shows and maybe dub them. Like, it's just really bad, because it's like for me, I'm like, I want to support these shows that I like, but there's like limited avenues to do it. And also buying like merch and that only goes so far, because it just kind of tells the studio, hey, people like this, we should make more. Like I say, I don't know if Crunchyroll, they give royalties back. I know they pay for licenses, but I don't know how that works specifically. All I know is that unfortunately, like, Crunchyroll doesn't get all of the shows that I want to watch. So, and I'm not someone who's like, I want to pay for like 15 different subscriptions to watch shows on obscure websites. But, you know, wherever possible, I watch the shows authentically. But it's like, what's the one coming out at the minute that I'm watching? Snowball Earth. I'm currently watching that, and that is like on Disney Plus and also on Crunchyroll, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it on Disney Plus. Also, I recently, Twitter has been up in an uproar in the last little while about like Invincible's budget versus like anime budget. It's insane. I didn't realize how much money was being pumped into Invincible. Apparently, it's like, I can't remember if it was $2 million an episode or Invincible price per episode. Yeah, $2.5 apparently $1 million per episode. Yeah, I think that's a part of it, Cloud, but I also think just the level of work is just much better. Like, even apparently Has Been Hotel is $1 million an episode, which is a lot. But Has Been is like really well done in my opinion. There are moments, as with everything, but like Has Been, from what I've seen, again, I haven't watched. I think I watched season 1 and then I saw bits of season 2. But even then, that's still insane. But even like some of the good old ones are better. But like Invincible, I've seen some of the shots from the show are really good. Some other shots from the show are really bad. And it's like, yeah, $2.5 million though per episode is just insane. But yeah, it's madness. But no, I do agree that the Japanese animators are highly underpaid. Like, it is a big... I remember a while ago, like, it was just insane. It's good if the budget is high. Yes, it's good if the budget is high. It's bad if it's good if the budget is high. It's bad if the animation is bad. But there's just like very much high-paid celebrities. Like, the entire cast of Invincible is just, like, for the most part, A-list celebrities. I can guarantee you that's where most of that budget is going. I've seen, again, I've seen a lot of the quote-unquote the hate for the series edits, where it's just like, it's one PNG image that's just scaled up to make it look like they're flying towards you, and things like that. Is it a lot for the 3D animation? Yeah, see, I'm not into that kind of scene. Again, I know it from the fact that I literally just saw them complaining about it, and I didn't realize Invincible's budget was as high as it was. I was like, yeah, you know, Invincible's budget is high. You compare it to, I would argue, some really, in recent years, really fluid, really, like, you know, good art, good other kind of shows. I would use Jujutsu Kaisen JJK as an example, but that's done by Mappa, and Mappa are apparently, like, not the best for like, treating the staff well. So I don't want to use those as an example, but that was an example that was used. But no, it's insane. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything. I haven't caught up with the newest stuff either. No, it's more so Mappa, the studio behind that show, apparently don't treat their staff the best. And it was a big thing a while ago, where, you know, it was like, the show is really well done. It doesn't cost a huge, you know, again, but the staff aren't treated the best. Like, the workflow is apparently just that much different. And apparently, in case you were wondering, JJK's animation is $150,000 per episode, which is insane. Again, as always, there's exceptions to the rule. You know, I'm sure there's some studios that pay their staff well, that don't have time crunches, and, you know, they're kind of working at a leisurely pace. But for the most part, the standouty ones seem to be underpaid, time rush, time crunch, you know, like that kind of, you know, massive staff burnout, you know, that kind of level. The only ones that I haven't heard anything about personally is it Kyoto Animation? I personally haven't heard anything bad about them. But I don't know. Again, I'm not well versed into it. They make visually stunning stuff, but I haven't heard anything bad about them, you know, specifically. And again, considering how long they've been out as a studio, they haven't done that many shows. You know, when you compare it to some of the other ones. I think they recently released a movie. Am I correct in remembering that? Is it a movie? Yes. Yeah, that was it. No, that was a year ago. Why am I only just seeing stuff about that now? Am I that far behind? I might be that far behind. But again, I don't know the ins and outs of the industry. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I only know the information that I see online and the information that I've heard online. Again, it's very easy to make assumptions, but again, you just don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I can't foresee myself going into animation. It seems like an absolute nightmare. Yeah, there's so many people that seem to have the ETBs for Chaos Rising already out. Which also reminds me, I saw pictures today of Pitch Black, the Japanese set. I saw the leaked kind of hits from that set. And I was like, okay. There's nothing in it that I'm like mega personally like super like excited for. I think the Darkrai card, maybe I won't give any spoilers. I do think the cards look interesting. But I'm not holding out hopes that it's gonna be like the next big set. What I'm hoping is that what I'm hoping is personally that a lot of scalpers get burnt on it. That's personally what I'm hoping for. Abyss Eye, that was it. That's the Japanese name of the set. I knew it was something. But no, I do think they look okay, but again, I'm not exactly in a position where I'm like gonna buy shed loads of stock to resell, because I don't have that kind of capital and I'm not putting myself in debt on a chance. That would be good. I mean, silly music videos is definitely one way of going about it. Oh god, even my ads for eBay are trying to get me to buy stuff. Stop it, ads. It's bad enough that I'm already... Ooh. Oh. No, there was more of that. There was more of that card than I thought there was. Sorry, someone was sending me an offer for something, trying to get me to buy it. Not buying it. That's true. It is true. I will say, I have been trying to make my mind up on whether or not I want to buy a game. The problem is that I do not know, and again, I could put it in the Discord, how to tell if the game is fake or not. And it's one of those situations where I'm stumbling and I'm like, do I ask? Do I check? Kind of want the game. I saw some gameplay of it and I'm like, gimme. You gotta be careful, Elo. What you want to look out for is the costume that the zombified zombie villager is wearing. That will tell you what profession it was. If it didn't have one, it's most likely a nitwit. Whereas if you get one that looks like it's wearing a butcher's outfit, then obviously it's a butcher. And you know that will tell you that it's not a nitwit. The good thing is the unemployed nitwit is at least useful if you wanted to put him in some kind of villager breeder to get baby villagers. But that, I think, is about the only use of a nitwit. Well, that is good. That is good, Cloud. Do the walk if it helps. I've actively decided that I'm going to try and do more steps in a day, because I have not been doing that many steps recently. My average steps being... Oh, he was a butcher? Oh, that's insane. Yeah, I've never had that happen. I'm trying to get my average steps up. When was the 16th? Was that a Saturday or a Sunday? Saturday. That explains it. But no, I need to get my steps up because, like, I do like 1,000 steps a day at work, and that's it. So, my goal for this week is to try and get up to about 3,000 steps a day. And then, well, through the week. And then kind of go from there. I had it somewhere. Or didn't I? Yeah. The different... Might have been a different... Might have been a different chat room. Am I hallucinating? I had all the numbers. I swear I had all the numbers. Oh, it might have been... I might have not gone up far enough. There it is. So yeah, so my goal is to get to 3,000 daily steps. And today being day 1, and I didn't go out for lunch, which I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go out on a walk for lunch. I did 2,600, which is about 1,000 more than I normally do. So I'm, you know, tomorrow I'll do more. And then tomorrow Thursday. Tomorrow Thursday? Oh, minute, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I'll do that. And then Friday, I'll do another, try and get to 3,000 again, and then go for there. Well, that's what I discovered. That's what I discovered, hello. And rather than, okay, I'll share it now, because, you know, manifestation. First, I'm potentially looking at getting a job in the post office, which estimations put the steps at about 16,000 steps a day. So it was like, yeah, potentially 15,000 plus, which is insane. So yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, about 15,000 steps. So to go from 1,000 to 15,000 is like a big jump. So rather than putting that kind of shock on my body, my goal is to just slowly build up to that point over the course of the next 3 to 5 weeks. Sorry, it says 11 to 12. So again, my total for this week, which is going to change slightly because I'm starting it middle of the week, it's not quite going to be the same, is 3,000 steps a day, so about 15,000 steps. And then next week to go up to 22,000 steps in a week, then 30,000 steps in a week, 35,000, 42,000, 50,000, and then 80 plus. 80,000 plus steps in a week. Which will be interesting to see. It estimates, again, estimation, always going to take it with a grain of salt, that it'll be about 80 minutes of walking a day to get those steps, which is definitely interesting. But again, like, I'm going to go do a walk at lunch, a walk in the evening potentially, but probably not because I'm lazy. So it'll be a walk in the morning, and then, sorry, a walk during lunch. It'll probably be where I'll end up being for right now, but you know, I can up that to more than an hour. So I reckon my average is 2,100 steps per case. My average is more like 14 to 16,000. The only odd ones are 5th, 6th, and 7th, when I was having to take the dog for a walk, I do believe. Yeah, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And that was, God, that was about, granted, keep in mind I was walking a dog. That was about an hour and 20 minutes of walking a day. I think it was about 40 minutes in the morning, and then probably slightly less than that coming home. Yeah, my running average, I maybe hit about 2,000 on average. The problem is I can't count the weekend because I do shopping at the weekend. So my Saturday totals are always around 3,000 steps. Actually, they're pretty much exactly 3,000 steps every single Saturday. But like, that's it. And that's like a morning shop. And that's pretty much all I do. So yeah, it is interesting. But no, I discovered an Instagram reel that essentially said that there was a Dinosaur King game for the DS, which I didn't know existed, which is basically Pokemon but with dinosaurs, and now I want to buy it. I have just got to find out if there was any fake repos of the game, and if so, how to tell them apart from an actual one. And then I will try and buy some. Try and buy a copy. There's a lot of loose ones, but I'm a sucker. I'd want it box complete. What would be easier for you, Elo? The eBay listing or the pictures from the eBay listing? I don't know how eBay's listings work, like, outside of the UK. I send them to Cow, because I know Cow's in England. So I know, I'm like, yep, I know that's going to work. Probably pictures. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me just, that's, in my opinion, that's a really bad picture. I'm gonna send you like 4 pictures. Well, again, I don't really know what pictures are the pictures you're gonna be that will work best. I only kind of understand some of it. Never mind. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures because it's easier than sending like 4. Front and back is usually enough. Okay. Well, let me do this. So do the front of those 2 and then the back of the other 2. Paste. That one. Let's close that one down. Plus sign. There you go. That should be all of them, if that works. It does. It's quite obvious to tell which listing is which. The top 2 are the same listing, the bottom 2 are the same listing, although at least I assume that is how it works. And the price is exactly the same. Actually, no, that one pays for shipping. Oh, so does that one, but that one's cheaper shipping. So if they're both legit, I'm going to go for the one with cheaper shipping. Because that just makes the most sense, right? If you're gonna be spending money, you might as well go and get it as cheap as possible. Again, I just don't want to get a loose game. First one seems in better shape. Don't say that. First one costs me £1 more. The one not on the fluffy background. Or the one on the fluffy background. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I sent it where it was the one in the case. Seems way better pin-wise. Oh, that's what you were looking at. I didn't even think of that. That is true. But that also could just be the angle. But no, I see what you mean. That could just be the lighting, though. It could just be really bad lighting on the other one. But no, I see what you mean. Yeah, like the dull images. Here's another question then, just for my sanity's sake. If it required cleaning, is that just isopropyl alcohol and a scrub? Like a cotton bud type deal, or is that like a needing some kind of specialized device? Unlike disc. What I'm thinking of, unlike the disc, you know, the specialized disc groove machines that you can get, or a clean toothbrush, that also works. I mean, that one's just standard tracked delivery, whereas the other one is 2 to 3 days. So I'd get it by the weekend. And it also has, I mean, they both say complete. That's the annoying thing. They both say complete, but the pictures for the rest of the listing on the first one are awful. Whereas on the other one, it is better. Oh, the code. Just the one on the fluffy background just looks like a better listing overall. And there's wireless wireless play. They're just trying to think, like, if I get one and I get the damaged one, or the slightly damaged one, or the possibly less clean copy is... Am I that worried? To be fair, don't get me wrong, it looks like to me in that first picture that might have been what has happened, and that code has been faded because of the cleaning. Because if I look on the other one, it goes kind of like all the way across to underpending, but on that one, it's... Oh, is it? Or is it lighting? No, it definitely looks like it stops early. That could just be the lighting, and maybe it does go all the way across, and I'm just like squinting for no reason. I'm like trying to find an excuse as to not pick it up. And that's the problem. Like the 22nd to the 26th is such a broad scale, whereas I can pay a couple of pounds less. I can pay about a pound, 40, 60p less and get it Saturday. Do we take the gamble? I mean, they're both legit copies. Let me just read the description. Any import customs duty? No. So this was the rating, right? This listing with the dirty contacts gave. Box 8.5 out of 10. Instructions 8.5 out of 10. Game 8.5 out of 10. All in good condition. The other one being tested in fully working order, in good condition, happy bidding. That's the only thing that the other one doesn't say is tested working. Because again, I can buy it. They can say, well, we didn't say it was a working copy. You can't get your money back. That's the thing, right? That's the thing, because it doesn't say. And again, the only other thing that is kind of putting me off that is that, yeah, you know, again, why on earth, like the box I can visibly see has some cracking in it around like where it opens. Is that 8.5? Definitely not. That would definitely be lower to me. And again, on instructions, like, what? 8.5? Like, if it was different, I might be like, okay, maybe. But this one's in, you know, full working order, fully tested, so if I had any problems with it, I could send it. I could ask for my money back because the game doesn't work. How am I doing for money this month? Email me. Email me my verification code. How dumb is it? I want to spend money on your website. We're going to make it difficult for you. I say a crack. It's like minor cracking around where the case opens. But it's visible in the pictures. But when I say minor, I do mean minor. Like I'll send you a picture. I'll send you another picture. That one. Shiny, that was me. I do apologize. I can't remember if I counted that up or not. I might have double counted. Yeah, I double counted. No, did I double count? No, I don't think I did double count. Like I would barely call that like minor cracking, but in my opinion, I would classify that as like still not being in the best. Right, do that. Postage, I could pay 70p. I don't even know where this place is. I've never heard of this place. It's 4 hours away. No, you can deliver it. You can deliver it. Pay. My credit card bill doesn't get reset until next month. Pay in full, paying that. Yeah, 8.5. That's what it was rated at. Yeah, he put the game at 8.5. Pay in full. One more step. Redirect me. Order confirmed. That should be getting it potentially this weekend. If I'm lucky, the people will post it tomorrow. If I'm really lucky, they might post it to, well, it doesn't matter, tonight or tomorrow. They post it tomorrow, then I should get it Friday, Saturday, or most likely Tuesday, because it's bank holiday. Bank holiday weekend, 4-day week, then payday. So I bought it. I bought the cleaner copy. Hell yeah, long weekend. Yeah, it would be better. Would be much better if I could have that game here, so I can play it over the long weekend. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. I was going to say, ooh, 2 emails. No, these are just the 2 confirmation emails. Order confirmed. Oh, shipping stuff. We'll go to 4,300 today, and that will be where we'll sit. Oh man, well no, this one wasn't labeled actually. One of them was labeled like A to like it was in alphabetical order. This one was definitely not labeled as such. We had long weekend, which I will need, and then I'm hoping that Yeah, soon. I'm hoping by the end of June, be done with my upgrading my license, and I will have a full manual license, and then I'll be able to drive any car I want. I'll stay with my car. But it then also means I can technically buy me a new car as well. So then I've got to fight that urge. Because my god, there are some cars that I'm like, I want to buy that. I want to buy that. I want to buy that. There's a K truck that I'm like, I want to buy. And I'm like, man, I want it. But I've got to tell myself, nope, got to be reasonable with the spending. Can't spend loads of money. Lord knows as much as I want to. But no, I think I keep thinking this. Maybe it's time to just revamp how we do the streams. Maybe it is time. I feel like I say that like every 6 to 8 months, where I'm like, maybe it's time to revamp how we do things. You know, is it time to change the thumbnails? Is it time to change the titles? Is it time to change, you know, how we do things? Maybe. Maybe it is. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do, but I feel like I'm like doubly hindered in that I don't. That's the thing. That's the only other thing. I'm like, is it time for me to start like seriously looking at content creation and like trying to create content outside of the streams? That's the thing. Yeah, full clickbait. What I need to do, and maybe I don't need to do it because it would definitely, I mean, it would draw people in, but it would probably give them the wrong idea. Is use what society views as a beautiful lady, making some sort of face and put it in the thumbnail. Or just have that just as a thumbnail. That just feels like, you know, not well, it is clickbait. But is also a really weird way of, especially, it's really weird to consider putting that on Pokemon. We totally found 10 shinies. I mean, again, or I could go into Scarlet and Violet and find 10 shinies in a stream. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I could go back into Legends Arceus, right? And we can do shiny hunting in Legends Arceus or ZA, right? Do shiny hunting in ZA, and then at the end of the stream, I can put it into a little. I can get them into a little area, take a like a 10-second clip, and just be like, bam, that's the shinies we got this stream. Upload it as a short, and then go like that. Because don't get me wrong, I mean, I did that daily for like a year and a bit. Like most of the early shorts on the channel are just that. Channel shorts. Oldest. Oh no, I did cute anime. What? Did I list? Oh, I must have listed some of. I listed a lot of them. Because there's no way I only did like 4 shorts. No, I did it daily for a while. I think I must have unlisted a lot of the shorts. Either that or YouTube unlisted them for me. YouTube Studio. And shorts. Oh no, I think I unlisted them. I unlisted a bunch of them. And it was mainly the Dunsparce December ones. Yeah, I unlisted like an awful lot of them. Can I just make them all public again? Don't get me wrong, it was like... And it wasn't good content. But I'm like, man... Like, why? Evolution was not worth it. Why did I unlist that one? And underrated animations. I think I just... why did I unlist a bunch of my stuff? I was just thinking back. If I would have unlisted my freaking Shout for Spiritomb one when I was unlisting stuff, like, that wouldn't have got nearly as many views as it got. Or is getting. I think, as of now, it is past... And it's now my most... shorts. No, but it is close. It is 200 views away. It is 2 days away from breaking the all-time high views for a YouTube short on the channel. I think I just kept all the shorts that had done quite well in views. But that's not to say all of them are bad. Like, I've unlisted like 5,000, 6,000 view shorts, 7,000 view shorts. I don't know why. The mystery gift code ones I understand, because the mystery gifts events are over. Like, it's silly having them still up. But, like, some of the other stuff, I'm like, why did I unlist it? I literally, one of the ones that I've unlisted is a 13-second clip that for some reason blew up on my TikTok. And I got like 80k views on it, which is still the highest views I've gotten on any single video to this date. Yeah, I tried it a while ago. I haven't done anything on it in like 4 years. But it was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna, like, it was when I was in the experimenting phase of like figuring out where I was gonna post stuff to. And it was just after Scarlet and Violet came out, so 2022, so yeah, 4 years ago. And it was literally my first 10 seconds in the game. But no, I think something needs to change, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining with where I'm at, because that's just silly, right? You never want to complain where you're at. But it's to the degree of, I think if you're making any, you know, if you're streaming, if you're doing any kind of stuff, you kind of are eager for more. Where it's like, okay, yeah, we're at a good point, you know, community's nice, but it's like I kind of want more. And it's like, then the only way to get more is to make changes. So it's like, you know, I'm happy with where I'm at. Like, I'm not discontent. Like, I'm also not like, damn, I'm, but you know, I can see from a statistic standpoint, I've stagnated. There's no denying that. The easiest view for me is if I go the last 90 days for views, for subscribers, sorry. The channel has grown almost 10 subscribers in 90 days. If I go for 2026, we have only gained 4 subscribers this year. And we're like halfway through the year. So I'm like, I can see that there's been a stagnation. And there's like a few ways to get over that. Like, one is to just do it for longer, do it at different times, you know, do it to you know, that kind of degree. The other thing is to do other content kind of alongside or with it, you know? And that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, right, the logical next step is to try and decide what to do from here. But my God, do I suck at coming up with that kind of thing. Where I'm just like, right, I want to make a video. And then I go, what do I want to make a video on? And then I go, I don't know. And then I stop. And I'm like, yep. Done. I tried. Bully me. I tried. I couldn't get anywhere. Or the flip side of that is, damn, I've done like, well, I've got this idea for a video, but like it's such a big idea, and I start it, and then I get like, not even like halfway through my idea, and then I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. Yeah, I'm done. So to give you an idea of kind of where I'm at thinking logically that something needs to change, and I think it's going to be titles or thumbnails, is in the last 28 days, there has been 10,000 impressions on the streams. So almost 11,000 people have seen the streams. Have seen the streams, right? Which is amazing. Really cool. I'm not angry or anything about that. The problem is, even though there's almost 11k push out to 11k people, there's been only 286 of them that have viewed. So, and that's over the course of like the 28 days. So basically the streams on average pull in 10 views a stream, which again, absolutely fine. Like, I'm happy because my retention is, you know, pretty good, I would argue. You know, like, average watch duration is like 30 minutes a stream. But, you know, not everyone who comes in sticks around. So it's like, something needs to change. I'm not going to change. So it's either titles or thumbnails. I think those are the two main things that need to change. And I think in regards to that, I think I need to look at doing, I was going to say a rebrand. That's not quite what I think I'm going for. But just kind of like an overhaul of stuff. I honestly think that's what's kind of needed. I need to break down titles, I need to break down thumbnails, I kind of need to do those kind of things. I also need to, well, if I go, not how did viewers find my content, right? YouTube Studio is saying, oh, it's just gathering my key metrics. Again, I don't really want to rely on the AI for stuff. I don't mind it for like finding my like information off the channel. So YouTube search, browse features, and shorts feed. So Spiritomb, again, it's saying like focus on Spiritomb. I'm like, I don't want to focus on Spiritomb. But it's like focus on Spiritomb. Okay. Double down on utility. Your biggest is how to. Okay. Location-based content working perfectly. Consider making a follow-up video on rare spawns or difficult quests in Legends Arceus. Like, how is that? How is that kind of like where that's pivoting me towards? And then it's saying shorts feed, like work on shorts feed, which again, yes, I probably should do it, as again, most of my views and most of my subscribers have come from YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is arguably the best way, in my opinion, to grow a channel any day, nowadays, because it just pushes it out to so many people. So that's the thing. Now I'm like, do I start streaming on Shorts as well, using the YouTube's new dual stream feature, which would work, and it would probably bring in more views. Is it something I want to do though? Because that's the thing, like, yes, it would bring more eyes to the stream, 100%. But do I want that to be the move? I'm like, no, because YouTube's way of doing it was really, really bad when I tested it out originally. Where I was like, yeah, this sucks. I'm not gonna waste my time doing this. Like, it was literally just a square crop of the middle of the stream, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really work. Again, I could do it for, do it how I've done it previously, where I had 2 separate streams on it, because I've got a vertical setup going, so I could do that, but I don't know. But then I also don't know what kind of content to make Pokemon wise. Like, I don't want to do leaks for like the games. I also don't want to do like the over the top reaction challenge based stuff, because that's just not who I am. So I'm really in this pickle where I'm like, I want to do other stuff. I want to experiment doing with other stuff, but I'm part too perfectionist. So I'm like, I'm like not going to be happy with anything that I do. And also part just not knowing like what kind of content to focus on. But I'm also not like confident enough in myself to just go, you know what, I'm just gonna like make random stuff until I find what sticks. One of those situations. I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool to do a challenge run. Like, what would I do a challenge run on? How would I make it interesting? How would I make it unique? I don't want to do like part of me's like, yeah, I'd love to do like a half an hour long video of me doing a run and talking my way through it. I just feel like I couldn't make that very good. So then I'm like, I don't want to do it if I'm not going to be happy with how it's output. It's like, I just need to get over that hurdle, I think. Which is kind of why the old shorts, I think, did me so well, was because it was like, my old way of doing shorts just like worked, because it was literally just like, 10 seconds at the end of the stream, was just a still shot of the shinies that I caught. And then I would end stream, literally put it into the editing software, go right to the end, cut that little bit out, and then go from there. And it was like 10 minutes to do it at the end of a stream. Bam, upload it, short uploaded, go to sleep. Like, it was so easy to do daily. And the only other thing is, well, another thing is, I don't feel like I'm a clip kind of streamer. And by that I mean, I don't think I'm the kind of, you know, I'm not going to get like a clip or 2 clips a stream of like me being funny or you know, something interesting happening or a joke. So it's like, well, because I'm not doing that, then it's kind of like I'm just streaming for the sake of streaming, but like not making content. It's like, yes, once this Palkia hunt is done, I have an idea to turn it into a little video because of just what happened previously. I think it will make an interesting story, you know. I got the shiny, I killed the shiny. Oh, I had to hunt for the shiny again, and it took, you know, however long. At this point now, it's been over a year. And I think it would be cool. But like, it would be like maybe a 5-minute video. And then I'm like, I'd feel bad that it's only like a 5-minute video. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, to a degree, I'm like, yeah, you have to start somewhere. What was the other one? I was mentioning it the other day that I was like, it's really interesting the way that this channel was doing it. There's someone that streams who does this kind of stuff, and I'm like, maybe I should consider doing something like that, which is channel member shiny hunt. So I'd be like, right, Cloud wants me to shiny hunt an Eevee, so I'll go and shiny hunt an Eevee. You know, how does Cloud want me to shiny hunt an Eevee? Oh, Cloud wants me to shiny hunt an Eevee, you know, in X game doing X method, so I'll do that. So then I would stream me doing that and then turn it into a video, which is one way of doing it. Like, it, you know, it's easy enough to do. But again, it's like a 5-minute video. So it's like, again, I think I just need to get over myself to a degree. It's like, right, I need to be like, right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, yeah, Cloud's gonna give me a hunt, Elo's gonna give me a hunt, Greg's gonna give me a hunt, and I'm gonna go, right, here are like 3 hunts for me to do. We'll do them on a stream, or, you know, yeah, we'll do them on a stream, and it will just be, you know, 1 stream a week. And it's like, yep, we'll do it until we do it. We'll tick through it, tick the box. Hunt is done. I'll work on a video. And then it's like, yep, I'll do that. And then just go from there. Again, I have to also taper my expectations. I'm like, right. Part of me is like, I want the video to do well, right? Everyone, you know, you upload a video, you want it to do well. But I have to be realistic. The video is probably only going to get 100, 200 views. If that. Like, that's probably going to be the peak of it. So it's like, right, I need to be aware across about that. Actually, there's literally a YouTube Insider thing about the dual streaming. So I need to kind of figure that out and go from there. Eight days ago. Okay, hold up. Okay, no, okay, I'm streaming I'm streaming YouTube Shorts. Literally, I'm complaining about this now. This video was uploaded 8 days ago, dual ingestion, which just for the nerdy side of things, just means I can have 2 separate stream keys, which means I can have 2 separate outputs, which means I can have 2 separate scenes for the single stream. I have been waiting for that. When they announced dual streaming, oh my goodness. Oh, that's so good. Okay, okay. First things first. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god. This is so like niche and nerdy. Niche and nerdy. It's so niche and nerdy, but I needed it. I needed it. Oh my god, okay. Well, that's it. I'm gonna do it on Friday. Just because I can test the setup, make it all work. And it's gonna be oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. So I'm gonna set that up. We're gonna try that. And we're gonna see how it does on Friday. Friday is gonna be the test. I will warn you now. It might get a bit manic. We might need a moderator. because just of the reach of shorts. That is the sole reason. But that means then tomorrow, oh god. It's so nerdy, but I'm so excited to do it. It does just mean I have to actively sort out like my scene. Which is something I haven't done for a while. That can go. To give you an idea, I've still got Rowbot sitting on my vertical overlay setup. Like, that's how long it's been. Oh yeah, no, you can watch however you want to watch. So the way YouTube is building this dual streaming, which is the only reason I'm kind of interested in it at all, is it's going to combine both the chats into a single chat. So it is literally just like, hey, you know, all the viewers, all the chat messages is going to be the same, but obviously some people are going to be watching on shorts, some people will be watching on horizontal. How it was done previously, and the reason why I stopped doing it, I tried it when it first released, and that was, I think I did one stream with it, and that was it. How it did it originally was it literally just took a slither out from my main stream. So it just took what is it, 9... It basically, you know, it flips the screen around. So it literally just took a square through the middle of the stream, and it was like, that was it. It was like, hey, done. That's it, you know? YouTube was just like, hands off, we're done. This is it. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. I'm not a big fan of it. I wish it was done differently. Obviously now, they are done differently. And that makes me super happy because it means that it literally just means that I should just be able to literally just like whack it all in, and then you know, I'll set it up so it's proper. So the shorts format will look different, but it will be pretty much the same as the normal stream. But like it will be different. But it will also just mean that, hey, I can have it set up so it is different, but it's still my stream. So that's really where I'm at. And I'm so happy that it is actually a thing. Because it was the one thing I was kind of waiting on, and it literally 8 days ago. I'm glad I checked, because my god, would I have been annoyed if like I didn't check it and it was just like, yeah, by the way, it's a thing now. Like, oh, finally. So, again, it works to a degree, but it also doesn't work to a degree because obviously, like, it is putting more load on my system because it's basically sending 2 streams instead of 1. However, I know my PC can handle it because I've done that in the past, where I've sent, like, you know, a vertical stream, but just on a separate OBS. That used to be how I used to do it. I used to, when because I messed about with it a little while ago. But it was essentially, hey, one OBS was doing normal, the other OBS was doing vertical, and that's kind of how I did it. But now they can both do it, so I'm testing the hell out of that this week. The only thing is I'm going to have to create a new overlay. And probably have a different overlay for each of the different streams. But that's a me thing. That's like a Pete's got to work on that throughout the week. That's nothing anyone else has to worry about. Just little old moi. But no, I'm actually excited for it. In my opinion, it was one of the things holding back the short streaming was that you had to. And there's a lot of creators that I'm aware of that blew up on short streaming that are just streaming on shorts. The one that comes to mind is Source McGavin, who still is currently just streaming just on shorts. And I think it's such a, in my opinion, it's such like a missing out because I don't like watching shorts format on my desktop. So for me, I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I like the option of watching it in normal format. I don't like when it's vertical. So I don't like watching it on vertical because then you got the bars on the side and it just doesn't work. Or at least then this way, you know, if you were watching on a tablet, on a phone, on whatever, you could watch it in a vertical format. So it would look good on your device. And it also means it shows up in the short feed. So there's probably going to be a higher view, but a lower retention. So that'll be interesting to see. All right, hello. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully it'll be good for Friday. And it might also be a longer stream on Friday as well. I need to re-verify some information, but I'm pretty sure it will be. Actually, no, I'm pretty adamant it will be. But yeah, it should be a longer stream on Friday, especially if I'm testing this new out. Yeah, worry about everything, Cloud. Worry about it. But no, I'm like, I've done my like the layout for this stream now, so I'm hoping I can create vertical scenes. I've got vertical sources. I don't think I have vertical scenes. Here we go, docs. Vertical scenes, I do. So I can literally just have the same, basically the same as what I have for my normal ones, and then just mimic it to be the same for vertical. I'm so excited. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think it could be a good thing. I think it could be interesting. I think it could be different. But like, I'm not gonna hold out my hopes that it's gonna be like the, you know, all of a sudden it's gonna propel the stream into being like 50 average viewers and, you know, lots of people chat. I mean, it could do. Don't get me wrong, it could do. I just, you know, expect low expectations, and we'll kind of see. We'll go from there. I think I'll be happy if it like just means that, you know, hey, a few more people have discovered the stream. Like, that's it. So we'll see. What, we've got 10 resets left, and then I am diddly done for the day. But yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of people got quite big off of just streaming on shorts, and I definitely think that, you know, don't get me wrong, this YouTube feature is new, but 6,000 people have seen this video, which they only, as far as I'm aware, only share to insiders. But like some of the people that are like, yeah, this is a really good feature, they haven't streamed on it yet. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to give it a go. But yeah. So that's the first thing. So now dual streaming on both shorts and normal YouTube. The next thing would be like looking at titles and thumbnails. Again, you know, I think that's a good thing to kind of focus on as a, hey, this needs work. Which is really annoying because I feel like every time I do a refresh on the titles and the thumbnails, the views go up and then they just fall off again. And I'm like, yeah, it's been doing good. Like, you know, hey, that's going good. And then it just like falls off a cliff. Like the Squirtle ones, when I first started doing that, like I was getting like 200 views a stream. I was like, damn, that's really nice. And then like it dropped down, and then when we did the Weedle one was 150. Since then it went 30, 40, 40, 20, 80, 50, 34. To be fair, the Weedle ones are the most consistent. 21, 31, 61. Like, the views aren't awful. But, like, part of me is like, man, you could just to get, like, a little bit more ad revenue from these streams. Don't get me wrong, like, it's okay. It is pennies at the end of the day, but, you know, pennies are better than nothing. Which I was getting. Again, I think the highest I got it up to, again, I think it's running one ad at the beginning of the stream, and that's it. Maybe one at the beginning, one at the end. But, like, in terms of, like, ad rev, I could run like I could run twice the number of ads in a stream. I can have them run every 30 minutes, which I would feel comfortable with. But the only problem with that is that like it kind of cuts off the viewing experience. You know, like if we're in the middle of a conversation, bang, ad. Someone's like, I just missed the last few minutes, and then I have to go back and explain. And then if someone else gets it, it's like, oh, you know, I just had an ad. I'd feel bad. So only ads on the beginning of the stream and maybe the end of the stream. And then maybe if I ever remember, I can run them manually when I like go to the toilet in a stream or anything like that. Don't worry, Cloud. I'm like, yeah, I should do all of this. After the stream ends, I'm going to bed. I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to end the stream. I'm like, yeah, I need to do all this stuff. I'm not going to do any of the stuff. I'm going straight to bed. All right, one more reset. I mean, arguably, I've done the overlay for the Palkia Wednesday, but that's it. That is it. I've got 2 more overlays to do. And an actual overlay to create. I mean, I might also create an actual overlay for this stream as well, but this is the last check, and then I'm going to bed. Nope. Damn. We'll get there. We'll get there. One day I will make enough progress. Do you know what, actually? If I am streaming on Shorts, the likes could get out of hand very quickly. Oh well. I did it to myself. We'll see. Alright. Well, that is me done. I will be back Friday, where we'll be dual streaming for the first time on YouTube Shorts, and well, dual streaming properly, and that'll be that. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. If I don't catch you on Discord, I will see you Friday. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye 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 bye.